The United States incarcerates more people in its prisons than any other country in the world. They hold 20% of the global prison population, despite the fact that they are only 5% of the world's population. By raw numbers, this country now has estimated that it has 1.9 million inmates among its prison population. More inmates than China, which has 1 billion people. And when it comes to the demographics of the prison population, black men have become the unfortunate champions in this category when it comes to this country. But only two conclusions can come about. Either black men are inherently criminal, or there is a coordinated attack on black men to capture them and subdue them. As a black man who respects myself, my family, and my people, I'm going to go with the latter than the former. And this is not to say that all incarcerated black men are innocent. However, when there is a significant percentage like that off of one group, that sounds like targeting, sounds like slave catching, and it literally throws black men back into slavery due to the backdoor clause of the 13th Amendment of the Constitution, where slavery cannot exist with the exception of a punishment of a crime. And just like chattel slavery, which was legal in this country at one point, the dehumanization of black men continues in the prison system in the United States. W.L. Nolan, one of the fathers of the Black August movement, is in a long line of many black men who have become victims of the prison injustice system. He was bold enough to organize amongst black prison inmates in San Quentin prison because he saw the dehumanization they were experiencing. When he discovered that the Aryan Brotherhood was conspiring with prison guards to take out black inmates, Nolan and George Jackson took a stand. They founded the Black Guerrilla Family in 1966 as a protection unit for black inmates. Not only organizing for protection, but Nolan and Jackson was politically educating them. When he was transferred to Soledad Prison in 1969, Nolan's political activities did not stop. He ended up circulating a petition amongst the prisoners to file a lawsuit against the California prison system. He stated in the lawsuit, quote, "Prison guards are complicit in fomenting racial strife by aiding white inmate Confederates in ways not actionable in court, i.e., leaving cell doors open to endanger the lives of new Africans, placing fecal matter or broken glass in the food served to new Africans, etc., as these material factors would be difficult to prove," end quote. It's interesting how he used the word Confederates, since he knew being locked up was part of the re-enslavement process. Several attempts was made on his life for filing the lawsuit. But on January 13, 1970, the assassination of W.L. Nolan was successful. Nolan and several other black inmates was released in the prison yard of Soledad Prison, along with members of the neo-Nazi Aryan Brotherhood. And as planned, a fight broke out between black inmates and the Aryan Brotherhood. The tower guard at that time, Opie Miller, fired 4 shots into the courtyard, killing 3 people, W.L. Nolan, Cleveland Edwards, and Alvin Miller, all black inmates. No white people were killed. Officer Miller, who was supposed to be an expert marksman, fired no warning shots, which is required by prison law. He fired straight into the yard, killing all his black victims. 3 days after this event, a Monterey County grand jury, with no black witnesses to allow to testify, exonerated Officer Miller of the crime and ruled it justifiable homicide. As a result of this, George Jackson was sent to live in solitary confinement for the rest of his life. The assassination of W.L. Nolan also caused the formation of the Soledad brothers. More on that in a later video on Flea Day 4 and George Jackson. W.L. Nolan, being the first assassinated of the Black August fathers, was also the first to resist the inhumane conditions of the California prison system. He spoke out against the racist system inside the prison that not only dehumanized them, but killed them with collaboration between the prison guards and white supremacist groups. What Nolan saw in the prisons was just an extension of what's going on in the outside world. Black men in this country have been targeted for two outcomes: enslavement or termination. And these outcomes can be physical, mental, and spiritual. W.L. Nolan's work and sacrifice shows that more work needs to be done for liberation. He showed us that resistance to this system is the only fight we need to be involved. Long live the spirit of W.L. Nolan.